Spielberg actually thinks Richard Nixon showed Ralph Cramden some aliens in Florida? Take it from this Floridian, US presidents love to do crazy shit in South Florida. This is a breakdown of Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg's new film. I couldn't wait to break this movie down for the way it incorporates the full history of UAPs, the little winks by the greatest filmmaker of our time to his past work, and just the incredible attention to detail. Hey, no middle of the frame horizon lines here. Let's go. And if you're new to this channel, we also just love to analyze the work of great filmmakers like Steven Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, Paul Thomas Anderson, Ryan Coogler, Ryan Johnson. Please subscribe and enjoy. Okay, Disclosure Day opens at a professional wrestling match at an event called Grudge Fest in a match between two real-life wrestlers. We see Lance Hoyt in red stomping directly at camera at Brian Cage in blue. You could see the opening shot being one of kayfabe violence and pageantry and literal stomping to be the opposite of the final line of a quietly spoken word of listen. You'll notice in the crowd there are hats with American flags and just American flags being waved by the attendees. Really, this whole movie comments on America's history with the freedom of information. In the stands is Daniel Kellner, played by Josh O'Connor. Daniel is a cybersecurity expert and whistleblower from Wardex, standing for Wave Recording Development and Extraction, a private corporation backed by the Department of Defense that handles the security and cover-ups of all extraterrestrial life on this planet. Josh O'Connor was cast to evoke whistleblowers like Edward Snowden, and he is a kind of an unconventional leading man, recalling when Spielberg would cast the likes of Richard Dreyfuss as his cool guy in movies like Jaws, Close Encounters, and Always. Daniel has stolen drives with evidence of the full 79-year history of UAPs and extraterrestrials on Earth. For the uninitiated, UAP stands for Unexplained Aerial Phenomena, replacing Unidentified Flying Object because A, we don't really know if these things are all objects, B, we don't know if they're flying per se, and C, we don't know if they're unidentifiable so much as we just don't have an explanation for them. Spielberg obviously has a history with extraterrestrials in cinema: 1977's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 1982's E.T. the Extraterrestrial, 2005's War of the Worlds, and let's throw in 2008's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, even though those were extra-dimensional beings. Actually, that's part of why we now call them UAPs, because one belief is that a lot of these phenomena are actually fifth-dimensional things phasing through our atmosphere, and that's why they seem unaffected as they transition through air to water. With this movie, Spielberg is asking, what if